Hi, I'm James. Welcome to Sketching Finance, where we simplify finance through visual storytelling. Welcome back to day 4 of your 90-day transformation. Over the last 3 days, we've built your map with Excel and understood the nuclear fuel of compound interest. But here is the cold truth. A map and fuel mean nothing if you don't have gas in the tank. In finance, that gas is your surplus cash flow. If you spend everything you earn, your $1 million spreadsheet is just a fantasy. Today, we are going to build the most efficient wealth engine in the world using the 50-30-20 rule. I'm going to show you how to find the money to invest, even if you think you're broke, how to automate your success so you don't need willpower, and how to spend money on things you love without feeling guilty. This is where your financial dreams become a mechanical inevitability. Let's get to work. The 50-30-20 rule was popularized by U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren. It is the gold standard for personal finance because of its simplicity. Jar 1 is needs, capped at 50%. These are your survival costs: rent, utilities, basic groceries, and insurance. Jar 2 is wants, capped at 30%. This is for living life: Netflix, dining out, and travel. Jar 3 is savings and investment, at least 20%. This is the most important jar. This is the money that goes into your wealth machine. Most people fail because they don't know which jar their money belongs to. They treat a fancy gym membership as a need when it's actually a want. Today, we define these boundaries clearly. Remember, 50-30-20 is a target. If you are currently at 70-20-10, don't panic. The goal of this 90-day journey is to move your ratios toward the ideal. Your wealth is determined not by what you make, but by the percentage you keep and invest. Most people follow a broke cycle. They get paid, pay their bills, spend on what they want, and then, if there is anything left, they save it. Guess what? There's never anything left. This is a psychological trap because your expenses will always expand to meet your income. If you wait until the end of the month to save, you are giving your future self the scraps of your labor. The wealthy do the exact opposite. They pay themselves first. The moment the paycheck hits, they cut 20% and move it to their investment account immediately. They force themselves to live on the remaining 80%. This creates a healthy pressure. When your investment is already locked away, you are forced to be more creative and disciplined with your daily spending. You aren't saving what is left. You are spending what is left after saving. Let's talk about the silent killer: lifestyle creep. Imagine you earn $3,000 and spend it all. Then you get a promotion to $6,000. Mathematically, you should have $3,000 extra to invest. But in reality, you move to a bigger apartment, buy a Tesla, and start drinking $7 lattes. Your expenses jump to $6,000. You are still broke, just at a higher level. This is the hedonic treadmill. You're running faster but staying in the same place. To escape this, you must keep your needs and wants stable as your income grows. If you get a $1,000 raise, commit to investing at least $700 of it. This is the secret to moving from the survival phase to the acceleration phase. By freezing your lifestyle while your income grows, you widen the gap. That gap is your ticket to freedom. Don't let your stuff own you. Use your money to buy your time back. Financial expert Ramit Sethi says, willpower is a limited resource. If you have to choose to be disciplined every single month, you will eventually fail. You'll have a bad day at work, see a sale on Amazon, and skip your investment. At the corporate level, we don't rely on hope. We rely on systems. You need to automate your money so that being rich becomes a background process. Automation removes decision fatigue. You only have to be smart once, when you set up the system. After that, you can be as lazy as you want. The system won't forget. The system won't feel tempted. Every month, your wealth machine will execute your plan perfectly. This is how you win the long-term marathon. Build a system so strong that even your worst self can't mess up your financial future. In the US and Europe, we use the Waterfall system. Step 1. Set up a split direct deposit with your employer. Before the money even hits your checking account, have a percentage sent to your 401k or HSA. This is invisible money. You can't spend what you don't see. This also provides immediate tax advantages, lowering your taxable income while building your nest egg. Step 2. Set an automatic transfer, ACH, from your main checking to a high-yield savings account, HYSA, for your emergency fund, and to a brokerage account like Vanguard or Fidelity for your stocks. By the time you wake up on payday, your savings jar is already full. You are left with a guilt-free spending balance. This is the ultimate peace of mind, knowing your future is secure before you pay for your present. One of the most confusing parts of 50-30-20 is debt. Where does it go? To manage your cash flow like a pro, you must split debt into two parts. Part 1. The minimum payments. This is a need. If you don't pay the minimum on your mortgage or credit card, the system will destroy your credit score and take your assets. This must stay in your 50% jar because it's required for survival in the modern economy. Part 2. Extra principal payments. This is an investment. When you pay more than the minimum to kill a high-interest debt, you are making a reverse investment. If you pay off a credit card with 25% interest, you are getting a guaranteed, risk-free 25% return. No stock in the world can beat that consistently. Therefore, any extra debt payoff should come from your 20% savings jar until the bad debt is gone. If you're finding value in this video, please consider subscribing. It helps me create more content like this for you. Look at the math. If you invest in stocks making 10% while carrying debt at 25%, your net worth is actually shrinking by 15% every year. Your snowball is melting. Professional wealth builders prioritize debt repayment based on the interest rate. If the debt is over 7 to 8%, it is toxic. Use your entire 20% jar to kill it. This is the debt avalanche method, targeting the highest interest first to save the most money. As Dave Ramsey says, debt is the biggest barrier to wealth. Once your toxic debt is gone, you suddenly have a massive increase in monthly cash flow. That 20% jar is now free to buy productive assets that pay you interest. Don't build a skyscraper on a foundation of debt. Clean the slate first, and your journey to $1 million will move 10 times faster. A debt-free person is a powerful investor. We must be careful not to lie to ourselves. This is called needs inflation. You might say, I need this $200 Equinox gym membership for my health. Or, I need a $7 Starbucks latte to work effectively. If you aren't honest, your 50% jar will explode, stealing money from your future. If there is a cheaper version, like a $20 gym or home coffee, that still solves the basic problem, the difference is a want. Use the survival versus upgrade test. A need is something that, if removed, causes disaster, like being evicted. Everything else is an upgrade. If you spend $2,200 on a luxury apartment when a safe one costs $1,500, then $1,500 is a need and $700 is a want. Stop using the word need to justify luxury. By keeping your 50% jar lean, you create the surplus required to reach financial independence decades earlier. Here is a pro-level audit tool, the bill splitting method. For every hybrid expense, split it in your budget. For example, your phone. A basic plan is a need. The newest iPhone 16 Pro Max on a financing plan is a want. In your 50-30-20 audit, put the base cost in the 50% column and the premium cost in the 30% column. This reveals the truth. You might be spending 50% on wants without even realizing it. Small leaks sink big ships. Check your subscriptions. U.S. households spend an average of $219 a month on subscriptions they often don't use. Use apps like Rocket Money to find these zombie costs and kill them. That $219 invested at 10% for 30 years is worth over $450,000. Is a forgotten streaming service worth $500,000 to your future self? Plug the leaks today and redirect that flow into your engine. As you become more successful, the 50-30-20 rule becomes training wheels. For a high-income earner, spending 50% on needs is actually wasteful. This is where we use ratio inversion. If you earn $20,000 a month, you don't need $10,000 for survival. You should cap your needs at a fixed dollar amount, say $5,000, and flip your ratio to something like 25% needs, 15% wants, and 60% investment. When you invest 60% of your income, you aren't just saving, you are buying your time back at a massive discount. This is how people achieve FIRE, financial independence, retire early. The goal is to reach the efficiency gap, where your income grows, but your lifestyle stays flat. Every dollar in that gap is a worker in your wealth factory. Inversion is the secret of the self-made millionaires. Here is a mathematical fact that will change your life. Your time to retirement depends only on your savings rate, not your income. If you save 10%, you have to work 51 years. If you save 20%, you work 37 years. But if you invert your ratios and save 50%, you can retire in just 17 years. If you hit 60% savings, you are free in just 12 years. This formula, popularized by Mr. Money Mustache, shows that your savings jar is actually a freedom clock. Every time you cut a want and move it to savings, you are literally shaving years off your working life. Do you want the fancy car today? Or do you want 20 years of your life back? When you look at spending through the lens of time, your decisions become much clearer. Personal finance isn't about suffering, it's about optimization. We look at the ROI of happiness. Not every dollar spent in your 30% jar brings the same joy. Habitual spending, like Uber Eats because you're lazy, has low joy. Experiential spending, such as traveling or learning new skills, brings high joy and creates lasting memories. We want to maximize high-value joy while cutting low-value consumption. Apply the money dial strategy from Ramit Sethi. Pick one or two things you love, maybe it's travel or fine dining, and turn that dial up to the max. Spend extravagantly on those, but cut costs mercilessly on everything else. If you love travel, stay in 5-star hotels, but drive a 10-year-old car and never buy designer clothes. This way, you feel rich and happy without breaking your 30% jar. Charlie Munger said, "A successful life isn't just about accumulating assets, but knowing how to enjoy the journey." Your 30% jar is your mental margin of safety. If you are too strict, you will burn out and quit. By automating your 30% into a separate fun account, you give yourself permission to spend it. When you buy that steak or those shoes, you know it's programmed money that doesn't hurt your retirement. This permission removes the guilt. You are no longer spending money. You are executing your happiness plan. A balanced budget creates harmony between your present self and your future self. You are building wealth, but you are also building a life worth living. Financial freedom isn't the end goal. It's the tool that allows you to live your values every day. We have finished day 4. You now have the engine and the system to fuel it. Your homework: open your bank app, audit last month's spending, and categorize it into the 3 jars. Find at least 3 leaks to kill and redirect that money to your 20% jar. If you can, set up your Waterfall automation tonight. Stop relying on your will, start relying on your system. You are now managing your flow like a corporate treasurer. But before we send that 20% into the stock market, we need to build a defense wall to protect your engine from life's storms. Tomorrow, on day 5, we master the emergency fund, the difference between an investor and a victim. Subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you on day 5.